John, while we're talking about appreciating great works of art, we've now
Yeah.
seen two different pictures about Francis Borgia.
Hmm.
Very, very well done, very skilled. Kind of reminds you of other great works of art, such as the creation of Adam, the Mona Lisa, Starry Night, the treachery of images. But you know what all of those works of art have in common, John?
They're good.
They are all complete pieces of garbage. They are trash. They are not worth talking about. For you see, it was Oscar Wilde who once argued that criticism is the highest form of art. If I may, John, read to you a quote from Oscar Wilde from The Critic as Artiste. That is what the highest criticism really is, the record of one's own soul. It is more fascinating than history, as it is concerned simply with oneself. It is more delightful than philosophy, as its subject is concrete and not abstract, real and not vague. It is only civilized form of autobiography, as it deals not with events, but with the thoughts of one's life, not with life's physical accidents, of deeds or circumstance, but with the spiritual moods and imaginative passions of the mind. The best that one can say of most modern creative art is that it is just a little less vulgar than reality, and so the critic, with his fine sense of distinction and sure instinct of delicate refinement, will prefer to look into the silver mirror or through the woven veil, and will turn his eyes away from the chaos and clamor of actual existence. Through the mirror be tarnished and the veil be torn, his sole aim is to chronicle his own impressions. It is for him that pictures are painted, books written, and marble hewn into form. And if our criticism of art is the highest form of art, then on June 7th, 2017, I, Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope, have created the highest form of art, the pinnacle by which all other art shall bow before. I created Anime Dartboard, an anime book club in which we select
Oh
a
my god.
maximum 13 episode anime series that has been dubbed with which to reflect our soul unto. John, tell us how you failed to finish Save Me Lollipop.
How do you know I failed to finish it?
Because I watched it.
Uh, it was fucking so bad. Also, you created that on my birthday, so not only is Anime Dartboard a birthday present that I didn't even know about, it's also the gift that keeps on giving me shit. Shit and shit. So what I did for this one was I watched 3 episodes and then skipped to the last episode and then watched that, just in case I needed to know what happened at the end. Because oh my god, John's a pussy.
Actually, I was going to bring up to you the 3 episode rule for anime, which is that you watch at least 3 episodes before you give up.
Yeah. Which I normally try to do. I try to watch at least 3 or 4 episodes, because if you can't get me going by like the 4th episode, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking shit sucked, dude. It was awful, and I hated it. It reminded me of watching the other one that we didn't like. I can't remember the name, but Magical Warfare.
Yeah,
It was literally like watching that again, but I finished that. And I know last episode I said I will never not watch the entirety of it again. But this one, oh my goodness, man.
John, I made it through the first episode and was like, John ain't gonna finish this.
I at least watched 4. I watched the first 3 and then the last episode.
You made it further than I would have given you credit for.
I fucking tried, dude. And not only did I tried again, because I tried to do this thing where I watched it like right after the podcast, so I can at least try to get it done. So I watched 2 episodes like I think 3 days after. I was like, wow, this is awful. Okay, I'll wait a couple weeks, and then I waited until last Friday before we were supposed to originally do the podcast. And then I watched the other episode And I was like, I don't think I can do this. And so I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch the last episode.
It took me July 19th to July 28th, so it took me about 9 days to get through, which is a lot for me.
A little snow fairy sugar. What's that?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't believe I've seen it.
Sounds sexy.
It doesn't.
Yeah, not only the plot was just stupid, the voice acting was horrendous, and just everything was dumb about it. It was like they took every trope from every different show and just threw it into this fucking show.
Yeah, they definitely phoned it in. What I will say is that the voice actress who plays Nina is Brittany Karbowski. And the reason I bring her up is because I feel like I need to whenever I hear her, is that Brittany Karbowski, is there an R in her name or not? Karbowski? There is an R. Karbowski. Brittany Karbowski gave the absolute greatest vocal performance I have ever seen in any show in Certain Scientific Railgun S. And in this, it might have been phoning it in a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a paycheck. Yeah,
definitely. Like, she blew my fucking mind in that anime. In this one, I'm like, she's in it. She's getting paid for this one.
Looking up who it was because I'm like, I don't want to know who it is because if she's in anything that I like, I'm going to hate it. It was awful.
I mean, when she tries, she is legitimately the best actress I've ever heard. Like, for anime. She didn't try in this one. No one tried in this one, though, so I can't fault her for it. They often say that it's not really the voice actor's fault. It's the voice director's fault.
Mm.
The director clearly did not care. But I'm not super worried about this show is bad. There's no getting around that. This show was bad. I would argue that at times it was almost entertainingly bad. But at other times, it was just normal bad. There is... what I will say is it starts off, I would argue, like weird and cliche, and then towards the middle, it gets entertainingly bad, and then it gets worse at the ending. I think the ending is actually pretty weak. There is one episode that is actually good. I think it was like 6 or something. Which is around the main... You watched the first 3 episodes, so you know San and Forte, right?
Yes.
Okay, so... there is an episode dedicated to San and Forte's backstory where they met, and we get to find out about like how San is considered like a cursed child and like hated by hated by their like families and shit, right?
Oh, Naruto, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's actually a good episode.
Okay.
The
midterm one?
Huh?
I have like the episode list pulled up.
It's like 6 or something.
Yeah.
You have the episode list?
Yeah.
I don't know which. It's like 5 or 6 or something. There is a legitimately good episode, but there's only one legitimately good episode. And then it's kind of like cliche and like a little overly happy at the end. Like everything resolves well. It's not great by any metric. It was a little bit of a struggle to get through. I'm not gonna lie. Like one good episode doesn't save the whole show.
Who would have thought she became a sorcerer by the end of the show?
Oh man, who knows? I thought she would have become a sorcerer by like episode 2. I was actually surprised it took an entire show to get there.
Fair enough.
My surprise is how fucking long it took. The Ichi and Zero episode where we get to find out about their backstory was okay. I don't really hate any of the characters other than like the new ones that were introduced towards the ending. But I don't really think anyone like particularly stands out as like noteworthy or good.
I hated the fucking like the people they phase off in like the first episode or whatever.
Oh yeah, San and Forte.
Is that them?
It should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, San and Forte.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they have the best episode in the whole show. Is when you learn their backstories.
Yeah, it was like a discount fucking Team Rocket to me.
That's how they start, but the show changes like antagonists. Like at first, I'm like, oh, is it like I think it was like episode 3 where San and Forte show up again. I'm like, oh, is this gonna be the whole show? Is San and Forte?
Yeah.
But then like episode 4 is not about San and Forte, and then they introduce new sets of antagonists throughout the show. Yeah.
Didn't make it that far, so.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, are they like the Team Rocket of this? But no, they're not. And then they get like the best episode of the whole show where we get to find out about their whole backstory.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't dislike anyone. No one was particularly notable. There's one fun episode where the exam proctor makes them answer trivia questions at one point. That was pretty fun. I think it was Zero, though. I didn't fucking like Zero. Like, male tsunderes are just... Like, I barely tolerate most female tsunderes. There's only, like, a hand... Like, you could probably count the number of female tsunderes I like on, like, both hands, probably. Also,
why do they have cell phones? They're fucking sorcerers.
Why wouldn't they have cell phones?
I don't know. I hated it.
Okay. Why wouldn't they have cell phones, John?
I don't know, because, like, they're magic. Maybe they'd have, like, a magic thing.
Or they could use a cell phone. Asuka, Taiga, yep. Shauna is another one. What's her name? I want to say, like, Serena from Conception 2. I like there are tsunderes I like, obviously, but they're a lot rarer. But there's actually a great point in my favorite manga, which is of Nejima, which is about like cool things you can do with magic. Like one of the early beginning spells is you like hold out a wand and like a little flame comes out of it, and you're like, oh, that's super cool. And then Neji's like, yeah, but it's more practical to use a lighter. Like right. It's one of those things. It's like and I'm not sure if like I don't want to speak for Save Me Lollipop, but they do address it in Nejima, and I fucking love it, which is like, yeah, they do have magical ways of doing that, but also they could just use a fucking cell phone. Like in Harry Potter world, it's like, oh, I write a message on my owl and I tie it to his leg and I send it off, and it's like, yeah, or, you know, phone. Like, I guess, yeah. The honest answer is sometimes technology is just more efficient than magic. Especially in Save Me Lollipop, it seems like most mages, most sorcerers, have specific types of magic that they specialize in. Some specialize in transformation, some specialize in destruction, some specialize in defense. So if someone were to try and create an alternative for communicating, you'd probably need someone that specializes in communication magic. Or you would need someone who is just more efficient at magic. Like maybe some of the already trained sorcerers who are overseeing the exams might be able to like create long distance phone calls with their magic, but I mean, we're talking about literal students right here, so you know what I'm saying? So I'd be willing to give like a cell phone, and also like in most settings, using magic sort of exerts effort, right? So yeah, would you rather like so for you, it would be like, okay, you can lift 100 pounds over your head for the duration of your phone call, John. Like for the duration of your contact, or would you just pull out a fucking cell phone? Like, would you put yourself through that? Just pick out a cell phone. It's easier.
I would just not have a phone at all.
If your option was cell phone or lift 100 pounds over your head, you just wouldn't?
I just wouldn't.
But do you not own a cell phone?
I mean, I do. I have to. But...
Checkmate.
It's my job. Okay,
well, checkmate then.
Okay, fair enough.
The wizard's completely backward. These fuckers don't know anything non-magical. That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
So anyway, yeah, the show is sometimes so bad it's entertaining. Sometimes it's kind of boring. There's a good episode. There are things to like. I find myself liking most of the main cast, except for Zero. I think Zero's a little bit of a fuck. He gets better as the show goes on, but he's still a fuck. So that's my review of Save Me Lollipop. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I didn't finish it, so I'll give it a 3.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, I finished Magical Warfare. And I think I gave that a 4.
I'd argue this is better than Magical Warfare, but like barely. It's not.
Now tell me, Harry, what
I
is
got
this one?
more out of this than Magical Warfare, is what I will say.
Fair, yeah. Okay, I'll bump it to a 4. I'll give it the same. I'll give it the same as Magical Warfare.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I would totally understand anyone saying 4 for this. I'd see 4, Save Me Lollipop. I'd like, yeah, that's reasonable. That's a totally acceptable answer.
I think even skipping the majority of it and then watching the ending, like if she didn't become a sorcerer, I think I would like it a little bit more because I'm like, come on, like she had no business being there. Stupid.
I don't know how else I would have ended it. I think the fact that San and Forte got their happy ending. Look, like the Team Rocket that you referred to in like the first 3 episodes, San and Forte, they're the only characters I really cared about. I'm glad they got their happy ending. That's the only thing I fucking cared about.
Fair enough.
The one good episode of this show made me like them, and that was enough for me. I was like, they're my boos. San and Forte, they get the happy ending. That's all I give a shit about. Anything to add about this one?
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch it again.
Fair.
The good thing is I didn't have to pay to watch it.
Yes.
So it was on Funimation.
It was on Funimation. So technically you did pay to watch it, yeah.
Technically I did, but I used Funimation for other things, so I'll take that as my freebie.
All right. So, we ready to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. John?
Yes.
I hope this goes well. We might have some new tech. You ready?
We have new tech. Oh, this is the new tech you were talking about.
This is the new tech. Do you see it? Is it on screen?
I see it now. Oh, shit. Wheel of Names.
Shuffle. 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 Now everyone can watch live. We've got...
what is it this week?
Something about Little Sisters. Kono Naka ni Hitori Imoto ga Iru. No, wait a minute. This isn't... No. This can't possibly be.
Something that's going to be a pain in the ass to watch.
Is it? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, actually, I'm just kind of wanted to watch this.
Oh, is that the one that you just added?
No. Okay, this is Kono Naka ni Hitori Imoto ga Iru, or Naka Aimo, My Little Sister is Among Them. I'm sure this has been dubbed. Oh, yeah, Monica Ryle. Yeah, this has been dubbed. Okay. As you can see on screen now, this has an average score of 6.56. 24 episodes. Its genres are comedy, ecchi, harem, mystery, romance, and school. This was done by Studio Gukumi, which I am not familiar with. So we will quickly stop by and check that out. Studio Gukumi did Suzere Children. That was pretty good. That Oda Nobunaga thing. This, Serene, Kirino Mosaic, the Wolf thing, Yuki Onna is a Hero, which is a ripoff of Madoka Magica, and also somehow worse, and I don't even like Madoka Magica. Never heard of this. A-Channel. Oh yeah, the Vampire. Yep, the one about sexy voice actresses. Okay, yeah, so they've done some shit. They've done some shit I've heard about. This isn't a completely unknown studio. They do a lot of cute girls anime, it seems like.
Okay, yeah, the exact opposite of the stuff that I like, yeah.
Awesome. And this is directed by Munenori Nawa, who directed DCSS Da Capo second season, Fortune Arterial Akai Yakuso, Locodoll, oh, he did Kirino Mosaic and he did Kiss Sis. That's an anime about a brother who wants to fuck his twin sisters.
You watch Wicked City?
Kokaku no Pedora. Yeah, he has done nothing of note, actually, other than he did kiss Sis, and that's about it. Okay, so, I wanted, let's see, also summer 2012, I mean. Shogo Mikudone's father has just passed away, and now he must become the head of the Mikudone group, his father's company. After completing the training to take over, there's just one other stipulation he must adhere to. He will need to find a girl he loves at his new school and marry her by the time he graduates high school. Shogo transfers to Miryuin Private Academy, and it seems like he has many girls to choose from, such as Konoe Tsuruma, the class representative, as well as his first new friend, Miyabi Kanagi, a standoffish but kind girl, Rinka Kunitachi, the student council vice president, Mei Sagara, who runs a cafe and dresses like a witch, and Mana Tendo, the student council president. However, there is a complication. One of them is his long-lost half-sister, and he has no idea which one. So how can he become romantically involved with any of them?
Jesus fucking Christ. Maid, what's Wicked City? That sounds, this isn't a hentai?
It isn't,
Okay.
but it might have mild nudity.
Define mild.
I can't. I don't know how else to tell you, John. I can't. It just says R+ mild nudity as its rating.
Fair enough. So that's what we got. Where can I watch this?
Let's see. Licensor is Sentai Filmworks.
Hentai Filmworks?
Hentai Filmworks.
Okay.
There you go. There's our poster. We'll get a better poster next stream, I promise you. But yeah, so obviously why I wanted to watch this should be obvious, John. I love romances.
You do, yeah, see.
I have watched over 200 romance anime.
I have watched...
Over 2!
Have I?
I don't know. Mamotte Lollipop?
I wouldn't count that as a romance.
It has romance elements. It's a harem.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean... Yeah, no, I can't think of... I mean, I guess Naruto would be the closest, because I guess...
Naruto is not a romance.
Yeah, dude, he loves Sasuke.
There is some romance elements in Yu Yu Hakusho. Kenshin is a romance also. It also has romance elements.
Yu Yu? When?
When does Yu Yu have romance? The
Yeah.
entire fucking thing is about his relationship with his childhood friend. Have you fucking watched Yu Yu? Literally, at the end of it, she's like fucking like, I'm gonna abandon you forever, and he comes back and they have a whole fucking romantic scene. Are you fucking kidding me, John?
Why do I remember that?
I don't know. It was like my favorite part of Yu Yu.
Huh.
It's like a big part of that show, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Okay, well, it's in there.
I'm one of my favorite lines in Dragon Ball Super is when he's talking about like kissing. He's like, I've never kissed Chi-Chi. Look, you had 2 kids, bro.
Yeah, Chi-Chi ain't into that shit.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
She look, Chi-Chi don't kiss, she fucks.
she fucks. I mean, that makes sense. So this is what's next on the docket. So
I'm unironically excited.
Unironically excited. I'm indifferent, but this one I'm gonna stick out because you seem excited about it.
Oh, don't be. Remember, this is my genre.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a movie from 1980. I do like 80s movies, so I'm looking at the trailer right now. It's the 17-second trailer. Oh no, it's the scene.
Isn't it like super violent and nudie?
Oh yeah, this guy just got his face punched through.
Let's see.
And then Critical just happened to show up afterwards. So
there's some Yuri subtext.
So that's good. Um, yeah, this will be a fun watch. I'll also be watching this and Naruto at the same time. So I'm almost done with the pain fight right now. So I'm almost into the stuff that's
Oh,
like
I'm
not.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's really well animated, but it also looks like fucking Looney Tunes.
What?
The pain fight. It's better in the manga. Like,
Oh, like I know what. Yeah, I was
yeah,
watching that.
like what I will say about the pain fight is like people have said like, oh, the pain fight is terribly animated. It's not. It is very well animated in that a lot of skill went into it, and it's very fluid. The problem is that like it looks stupid. Like there's a difference between well animated and visually pleasing.
Yeah, there's like the part where they're like running, like when he's in like the tailed beast form or whatever, and like he's running through the woods, and it just looks all wonky on Payne's face.
Yeah, and
I
then
like
he
that.
like picks up a boulder and goes blank 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 on Pain.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I am not a fan of how the anime chose to present it. It's definitely a presentation problem, and not a an animation problem because the animation is very well done. It's just it looks like fucking Looney Tunes characters fighting each other, and I am not a fan of that.
it really does.
It's so good in the manga though.
Yeah, it kind of took me out for a second, but I'm like whatever.
Yeah.
Where would I even try to watch that made? I'll watch it and give my review. That sounds interesting. I will not watch. I'll watch it on a Sunday when my girlfriend's not home, so she's not like, "What the fuck are you watching?" That,
Um.
that's kind of like one of those things like you're alone and you watch.
You watch in your own time.
Yeah, like I can't watch that at work. Yeah.
Well, and that note, I think that's actually everything.